They say that the new year brings new possibilities. 2022 is in the past, and we must look ahead, people. With the start of 2023 comes the surprises and shockers we'll see in the world of sports. Get your popcorn out, because today's video is all about the boldest sports predictions we've compiled. So, let's get going. First up, Manchester City wins the UEFA Champions League. Manchester City has long dreamed of adding a Champions League title to its trophy cabinet. But bigger dreams require sacrifices, and for the English club, it means giving up the season's title of Premier League to Arsenal. Manchester City has never won a UCL, and the only time they came close to grabbing the trophy was in 2021, but Chelsea outdid them in the final. The former Barca and Bayern Munich manager Pep Guardiola and his squad are standing at the top in their Group G with 4 wins and 2 draws and are ahead of Bundesliga's club Borussia Dortmund. Next up, LeBron James will be traded by the Lakers. LeBron's decision to extend his stay at the Crypto.com arena was arguably a mistake. It was a blunder on both ends. King James limited his leverage with the extension of 2023 to 2024, but for what reason? The GOAT doesn't need the guaranteed money. While the NBA team, LA Lakers, lacked the pieces to create a title contender around James and needed more flexibility to do anything with him this season. In a perfect utopian world, the Lakers will flip a draft pick or maybe 2 and bring Kyrie Irving or Draymond or Russell Westbrook's exit next summer. And bam, the perfect recipe to bring the Lakers back into contention for future NBA seasons. What if the recipe is never followed correctly? Can the Lakers continue with James? Is there a better choice if the franchise misses out on the next offseason items? Rumors still soar that number 6 will be traded by Lakers to the Golden State Warriors. And let's face it, LeBron looks done with his club and might continue to play for several years, but not for the Lakers. Moving on, the Eagles will win Super Bowl 57. The Eagles have the edge over the Bills as a better offensive side. We all know that a strong defense boasts one of the top pass rushes in the NFL. The Eagles have an edge in defense over their opponents, the Cowboys, Chiefs, and Bengals. With Jalen Hurts in their roster ultimately puts them over the top of Brock Purdy's San Francisco 49ers. The Eagles have home field advantage in the playoffs and a loyal fan base of the franchise willing to travel anywhere. So there you go. Philadelphia will host a Super Bowl parade a month later. Coming up, the Canadian women's team will be the FIFA World Champion. The Canadian women's squad is looking sharp as ever, and the other teams better watch out. The Reds won gold medals last summer in Tokyo and will probably bring a World Cup to their home country as well. But if you look back, the Canadian team got eliminated in the group stage 4 times and managed to win only 2 knockout matches. But the times have changed, and also seen changes in the Canadian team, with the appointment of the British Bev Priestman, a strategically sharp manager, as the head coach in 2020. The squad even has one of the best goalkeepers in the world in the face of Kylan Sheridan. The defense is anchored by the central defenders, Khadijah Buchanan and Vanessa Giles, while an all-time highest goal scorer, Christina Sinclair, is leading their attack. Also, a young blood Julia Grosso will bring more depth to the squad. Following up, Rory McIlroy will win the Masters. The world's top golfer has had a fair share of setbacks at Augusta National, where he finished second to Scottie Scheffler in the Tour Championship with a 64 last year. Rory McIlroy has been at his peak for most of 2022. The 33-year-old competed in 16 global events through the end of the year, including the FedEx Cup. He bagged 3 wins, made it to the top 5 9 times, and was placed in the top 10 3 times. The Irish golfer has a strong record of performing at a high level. Rory's determination and dream of getting his hands on the beloved green jacket might be fulfilled this year if he continues his performance for a few more months. What's more, Lionel Messi might win another Ballon d'Or. This prediction seems pretty realistic to us. Ankara Messi! Undoubtedly, LM10 is a strong candidate for the next Ballon d'Or, with his longtime wish being fulfilled in Qatar. Recently crowned as champions of the world, the Argentinian forward and the PSG star player might just bag his 8th Ballon d'Or in his illustrious career. Not to mention, Bo Nicol might claim a UFC belt. Bo Nicol was a Penn State wrestler who won early and often, and appeared to be on the path to Olympic gold when he was named Big Ten Athlete of the Year for 2019. That sadly didn't happen, but what if he's more impressive in another sport? The UFC middleweight Nicol is channeling Tyson in the 80s energy, knocking down opponents and erupting peak suspense in his fights, not with whether he might win, but about how soon and how he would triumph again. Last year, the 26-year-old spent a total of 2 minutes and 27 seconds in 3 bouts he fought in the octagon. The rising fighter will slowly and steadily step into the UFC octagon, and by the end of 2023, will have a belt to call his own. Not to mention, Brooklyn Nets will be victorious in the 2023 NBA Finals. The Brooklyn Nets started their 2022-2023 season with a shocking amount of drama and controversies. From questions about Kyrie Irving's suspension to Ben Simmons, the Nets were the it topic of discussion. The team is better than ever and has rebounded to become a worthy contender, and we think Brooklyn will win the NBA Finals. If we look at the Eastern Conference, the Boston Celtics and Milwaukee Bucks started strong this season but have since fallen back. Meanwhile, the Nets have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, two players who will be hard to swallow for their rivals in any playoff series. Conversely, the Western Conference has young, amateur teams leading the way. The Nets roster has depth. With veteran skillful players and talent, the Brooklyn Nets will secure their first NBA Finals victory in franchise history. Now for two possible retirements in the tennis world. In 2022, we saw the two biggest tennis stars retire, and it'll keep coming. The duo of 41-year-old Serena Williams, the winner of 23 majors, and Roger Federer with 20 majors, bid farewell last year. The golden era of tennis continues to end, and we can expect Rafael Nadal and Venus Williams to step off the tennis court this year. The Spanish tennis player Nadal, who will be 37 this year, openly reminisces about his peak career days, while the American player Venus Williams is 42 and hasn't won a major for a long while. Oh, we're getting old. Following up, Arsenal will win the Premier League. If Arsenal plays at the top of the Premier League standing and keeps securing wins, there's no denying that the Gunners will bag the title. There are plenty of games left in the current season, and we saw some preseason predictions of Arsenal ending up in the 5th position. If the Gunners, coached by Spaniard Mikel Arteta, keep adding 3 points while others drop them like flies, then the former Invincibles will win this title. Next up, Kyle Larson will bounce back. Kyle Larson won the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series Championship with 10 phenomenal wins, including the season finale at Phoenix Raceway. 2022 seemed to be a down year for the professional race car driver, with only 3 wins. But Larson will bounce back, win his second Cup Series championship, and become one of the best drivers of the year. The landscape for the next-gen cars' second season is intriguing, as driver talent has become more of a situation now than before. Drivers like Christopher Bell and Tyler Reddick will win countless times during the 2023 season. We can expect Larson to win up to 8 races, and the number 5 car driver will put on a performance that cements his place as one of the best drivers of this generation. Let's look at the WWE prediction for 2023. The recurring Roman Reigns bloodline story is arguably the best in professional wrestling since the NWO. The additions of the ultra-talented Sami Zayn and elite prospect Solo Sikoa have given it the hype and appeal no one expected. WWE will set up a performance spectacle for the fans at WrestleMania with its genius story writing, as we'll possibly witness the downfall of the Roman Empire again, when Roman Reigns drops his titles at the 2-night WrestleMania a few months later, first to Drew McIntyre one night and then to Cody Rhodes on the second night. Roma Victa. Coming up is a new debate between Haaland and Mbappe. The GOAT debate between Ronaldo and Messi has been the hottest topic among football fans for roughly 2 decades. The two legends are in their 30s and are soon to retire. Among the younger players, 2 players stand out who already are cementing themselves as stars. France's Kylian Mbappe and Norway's Erling Haaland will arguably be the top players among the new crop of players the fans will debate over. The two forwards have the potential to be in the future of world football. PSG's Mbappe has won 5 league titles and bagged 7 major knockout competitions. France's striker also won the 2018 World Cup and came second this year. Haaland made his debut 2 years later than Mbappe and has 2 league titles and 2 major cup competitions under his resume. Haaland plays for a much weaker team, Norway, compared to the star-studded side of Mbappe in France. Lastly, Sam Kerr will finally win the Ballon d'Or Féminine. Sam Kerr scores goals so effortlessly at club and international that it makes us look like she does it for fun. With impressive moments at her home World Cup, Kerr keeps upping her game. She came close to winning a Ballon d'Or twice in 2021 and 2022 when she was ranked 3rd. 2023 is when she leaps forward in ranking, and for the Aussie forward to call the Ballon d'Or her own, finally. How precious. Kerr will show the world why she's one of the best on the planet and receive the global recognition she truly deserves. That's a wrap for this video. Which prediction in the world of sports shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.